speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line.
So we're just getting the tyres warmed up, and then we'll go for a few fast laps. As you can see, gold tyres. It's quite an adventure with this car. Yeah, that was another way to do it. Let's try that again.
Track's clear. Push, push, push.
Should ideally be going back to third in this setup. Quickest overall.
Car left. Clear left. That last lap was at 120.4.
Flynn Johnston. Anyone watching?
Yeah, hey mate, yeah, we got a few guys watching across Twitter and YouTube. Just doing
Flynn
some
Johnston.
practice.
I'm Aussie.
Yeah, same here. I'm just doing a bit of practice prior to the session starting, so trying to get the inconsistencies ironed out.
Flynn Johnston. Nice.
Yeah, just overdriving that corner a little bit. Don't have too many misshifts though, fortunately. So the actual race will probably start in about 15 minutes. So we'll see how we go then. We do have a few people registered, so we currently have 17 registries. Or registrants, if you want to be totally correct. So it's probably going to be a whole heap of little Mazda drivers and some VW Passat drivers, and hopefully we'll get a Ford driver or two as well. It's almost a bit of line, it just understeers just a little bit in mid corner with that corner. I probably should go back to third gear through there, but if I can carry the speed, it's probably going to be better in fourth.
Your lap time was at 121.2.
That's a better line. See if we can get through without missing any more shifts.
Flynn Johnston. Do some donuts.
I'll do those in a sec. Not that hard, it's actually quite a bit of fun to do some drifting as well. So let's do that. Ah, too much speed. Just going to end up with hitting the wall. Let's do some drifting just for fun.
All clear. Push now.
Get the rear tyres nicely warmed up. The setup is the tyres are really a bit unpredictable when they're cold. It's actually better to do that once you're up to temperature. We'll see at the end of the straight, maybe we'll get a nice little drift in. Just understeers too much. The thing is, this car doesn't have the raw down power to actually do those things quite easily. You can actually do it on a centripetal course quite easily, but not here. So as you can see, the moment you put power down, it just understeers. So yeah, I can probably play with the setup a bit and see if we can loosen up the rear a bit, but just
The pit exit's clear.
you can see it's not that hard to get the donuts going, but a good drift is a bit harder than that.
Exit's clear. Push.
It's just going to screw it up, so rather just focus on getting the times down. Heaps of fun though.
Pit exit's clear.
See? And when you don't intend to unsettle the car, you actually achieve it. Okay, let's see if we can get a reasonable time. We can catch up to Henry maybe. This is a goal for the next one. See what lap times, because we can easily do a 120.1, so that'll be my next focus, I think. We've got him almost the second half already. Fronts are still a bit cold. The rears definitely have a lot more temperature and probably got a lot of blistering after my little escapade there. We matched around about his lap pace on that lap.
Sector 3 time is quick.
Well, we shifted a little bit early, but I think it actually helps with
Sector 1 time is good.
With the base on the last part of the sector, but loses me time into this sector, so
Sector 2 time is quick. The guy behind has just done a 121.9.
better line, better line. That's better, now we're getting there.
Sector 3 time's okay.
Oh, got a bit twitchy.
Sector 1 is quick.
Not that quick. You can actually stick it in that groove. You can gain quite a bit of time. Use the actual camber of that corner on the inside groove.
The guy behind has just done a 121.6.
A bit too much inside
Okay,
curve,
Jack,
let's brake too
watch
early.
these track limits.
Still catching him now.
We think about 18 minutes of fuel remaining, 1.1 litres per lap.
We're doing about 1.1 liters. So that with 25 minutes we probably need to do about 23 liters, but I'll probably go one step up just to be safe. So you can see if you gear into fourth gear too late, you actually lose quite a bit of momentum through that. Okay, so we took another 10th off in the last section.
That lap was a 119.8.
I'm going to shift. So we're on average taking about a second a lap off Henry's time.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Yeah, about
Glen
1.2 seconds off.
Do burnouts. Flynn Johnston. Do M.
Sector 2 is 0.7.
You can see you can actually drift this quite well once it's up to temperature.
Okay,
Flynn
Jack, there's a car
Johnston.
exit in the pits, heads up.
Who? Flynn Johnston. Cool. Flynn Johnston. Hee hee.
I think that's the only corner that you really have
Glen Johnston.
realistically have the option
Bye-bye,
of.
mate.
Cheers, mate. That's probably the only corner you can actually realistically have a drift around. It's just the other ones are just don't allow themselves too much for this car anyway. I think with the Mazda you can probably get a bit more done. Try the inside line approach. I just want to try a few different lines as we have to push around that corner if you want to try and gain more speed. Let's try the outside line. So you lose quite a bit of speed through there, but you can actually still take the wider outside line too.
Sector 3 time is fast.
Key with this car is to just be well balanced when you're going through the corners. Doesn't have enough power to really, as I said, to really easily drift and stuff. But you do want to be able to make sure you're taking the right momentum into the corner, as it still is a reasonably a momentum car anyway. Just doesn't have that very big torque that you expect from these bigger cars. You need to try and stop getting
Sector
that,
2 time is okay.
getting my shifts. Need to really work on my footwork. How many? Oh, we've got about 32 registered drivers, so that's good. That'll give us a very nice lobby to compete in tonight, I think.
Sector 3 time's okay.
Just want to take a quick.
Okay, Jack, you've used half your fuel.
Yep. Gonna have a bit of a look and see what the wear is on the tyres, and if we can make small adjustments to eke out a little bit more time on this.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Just want to check the setup. So if we have a look at the tyres, the fronts, lefts are doing quite a lot more work than the right hand tyres are, and I think the majority of our turns anyway are right hand turns, so I'm going to bump up the tyre pressures on the right hand side. You can bring them in line. There's not too much we can do with camber on this car really, but I think it's currently sitting at its maximum camber anyway. And I have dropped out the anti-roll bar, so that should be good for us for the race. So let's jump in. I think we're not that far off on pace. We'll see what the lobby looks like. We expect at least 2 or 3, 4 drivers. and quite a lot of master
Checkered
drivers.
flag, P1.
Have a look. So yeah, I'm top rated driver at this moment. We've got quite a few. Yep, definitely got quite a few more drivers. Quite a few masters. I think we've got probably 3 or 4 of the VWs, and then I don't know why people still drive that car, but anyway, this little nightmare of a car.
Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear.
I don't know why. I think my training paints also isn't loaded. Let me just fix that. Training paints. Okay.
Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. All clear on pit exit. You can push now. All right, Jacques. We've got 2 laps to set a decent time. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 23 Celsius.
Try and get some heat into the tires. Oh, it was so close. Let's just go for the drive. I think we've got enough heat. Let's go.
V2. Your lap time was 120.7.
Yeah, I definitely didn't take out all the fuel. I'm just qualifying with race fuel, so I'm okay to not be in the 119s, because I suspect Frank actually did that with no race fuel. So I do my race pace is about a 120.2, in 119s once it's up to 10.
The leader's just done a 119.9.
Yeah, I fluffed it.
Track limits.
I'm okay with that. I'm not really too worried about it. We'll just fight with him once we get into the race. I'm all good with that. No issue on my end. You know, if I had taken out the race fuel, I probably would have been able to do a low 119. But it's okay, I actually know what my race pace will be based on the current practice. I think we're okay.
J Pisnot. What car is this?
It's the Ford FR 500S running in the SimLab series. The previous Mustang FR 500S. Not the prettiest car, probably not one of the best car, but heaps of fun to drive. And we always have close wheel-to-wheel racing with it. So it's just fast enough to be able to stay ahead of the slower classes. Not too fast that we are passing them every 2 laps. So it really is quite a good drive. I've actually not driven this car for quite a few seasons because I focus more on IMSA and the IMSA Pilot and IMSA Sportscar challenges and the Porsche. But this season I'm probably just running a few extra sessions with these cars, as well as the Fanatic Global Series in the CTSV Cadillac. So those are my fun series that I don't.
J Pisnot. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's the series I'm not taking that seriously. I'm just doing it absolutely just for the fun of it. Don't care about the points really. If we do well, we do well. If we don't, that's okay. As I said, these are the ones I just drive to relax. I'm not that competitive about it. So if I don't win, it's all good. What I tend to find, having driven the IMSA Sports Car series for quite a few years, this car is probably a little bit too easy to drive. It's gotten better with the new tire models and everything they've done for it.
End of the session, V2.
So I think it's an easier car to drive these days than it was in the earlier days. Maybe it's just my skill level going up, but I think the tire models have gotten better over time. And you know, some of the guys in oval are complaining about the new tire models, but for road racing, they definitely have gotten better. Anyway, we'll wait till about 40 seconds out, and then we'll join the race. While we wait, I just want to confirm our setup and make sure we've got everything we need. So the maximum fuel level they're allowing us is 17 liters. I'm suspecting we're going to need probably around about that amount anyway, because we do have an official 1 hour race. Interesting. But we will have to do a pit stop. That's good. I like that. All good. So let's jump in.
Yeah, good luck all.
J piss not. You just show your setup like that.
Oh mate, it's not really special. It's basically the baseline with 2 or 3 changes. It's it's no, in this car it really doesn't matter with the changes in setup. It's
60 minutes.
there's so little difference
23
between
Celsius.
this setup and the straightforward baseline. Doesn't really matter. It's going to give you 1/10 of a second maybe if you're lucky.
Hold position behind the safety car in the right lane.
I'm actually surprised. Usually this is a standing start. It's interesting that we're having I think it's because of an hour race now, but this week it's probably just why they're doing a rolling start.
J piss not. Good luck.
Thanks mate. We'll see how he goes. I'm gonna go let me try and go and get in the lead very quickly without too much fighting. If he wants to push it hard, I'm happy to just stay behind him for a while. We can always sort it out during pitting.
Okay, Jack, nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Green, green, green.
Give everything time to get up to temperature and then we'll start pushing. Oh, these tires are absolutely terrible when they're cold. Car definitely seems to be carrying more speed than he does with. Also, you don't really want to overdrive this car too much, because you will just end up killing the tires, and by lap 5 you just will be driving a slidey mess. Should be shifting earlier there. I think I'm losing a bit of speed through that exit on the corner. If we can at least maintain the gap for now, and then we'll start catching up to him.
When is the pit stop
has just
point?
done a 120.6.
We'll see now. I'll check with the crew chief in a second.
We estimate 18 minutes of fuel remaining. 1.1 litres per lap. We will need to add 31 litres to get to the end.
So we'll have to do at least 2 pit stops, seems like, so that's good.
V2.
Suspect we can do tyres possibly. I'll see in the second pit stop if we do need to grab some tyres.
The gap ahead is now 0.7.
As you can see, we are definitely starting to catch him with the tyres getting up to temperature. So we'll just maintain it and see if we can actually save a bit of fuel. Definitely have a nice little gap behind us.
J. Pisnot. If you save enough, do you think you can only do 1 pit stop?
No, I think we'll probably still have to do 2, because it's an hour race and we have about 17 litres. About 17 litres max in our tank, so they're going to force us probably to do 2 stops, because even if I save 0.2 of a litre a lap, it's still like 1.1 litres per lap anyway, so I don't think we're going to be able to do that.
19.7. Your last lap time was at 120.2.
No, he's definitely trying to shake me. Let's just make sure we don't have that happen. Okay. Need to be neater through this section.
The gap in front is now 1.4 seconds.
That's okay. I think we caught up a bit because he's definitely going way wider through that, and if you stay in the groove you can actually carry a bit more speed through. Oh, missed shift. Not going to get away that easily, mate. Not that easy. Oh, definitely starting to get into back markers, and this is where it gets interesting. You don't want to lose time with them.
Catching the slower class cars. On your right. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
It cost me a little bit of time. Because
Jape is not.
Front is now 2.2.
So push or save.
I'm just gonna push. I'm guessing he's pushing really hard, so he's not saving at all. So I don't think there's any benefit for me to try and actually save if he's gonna have a 4 or 5 second lead by the time we pit. So I'd rather just push, and know he's not saving at all anyway. So he'll have to pit just as long as I do. Just hoping the time I was close to him we saved a little bit, so maybe that helps.
Just done a 121.0.
At least we haven't incurred any incidents or carry any damage yet, so that definitely is helping with us staying reasonably close to him. I just want to stay close enough to him that he can't take the luxury of taking tyres, and I suspect he's really pushing that car hard, so I'm not sure his tyres are going to last. These tyres are going to last a distance of an hour race without taking more tyres, so we're just trying to be fast but at the same time not overdrive it so we don't kill the tyres.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
That wasn't an optimal line. So as you can see, we've got about 20 minutes of fuel per tank, so we'll definitely have to do 3 stops.
Okay, Jacques, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
must say he's reasonably consistent, so I expect he's got a lot of practice in this week.
The leader has just done a 119.5. The gap in front is increasing. It's now 4.5. That was a 120.4.
I may just be talking a little bit less. I'm just going to try and focus and see if we can pull back some time on him. You've just done a 120.8. Yeah, we're going to have to stop in the next 5 minutes, but I suspect he will too. Let's see where our the other guys are on track. So we are starting to get close to the next series of lap cars. I expect he's probably expecting to take tyres, and that's why he's pushing so hard.
Jack, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
I can probably just do this in fourth anyway. I think I was losing a few tenths through there in I think he's running light on fuel. That's why he's so much faster.
You're leading. That lap time was 1:20.0. Sector 3 is 2/10 off the pace.
Either that or he's decided to pit early because of all the traffic up front, so we'll see. Or I have been able to save some fuel behind him. Coming to your right.
Car left. Clear left. You're approaching some slower cars. These guys are fighting for position.
I think I'll also just pit.
What's your speed limit in the pits? Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. 2 litres left. You'll need to stop again.
Yeah, I know. That's all good. Thinking the early stop is probably not the worst thing.
Box in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. It takes it is clear. Slower class car ahead.
Don't know what his idea was there, but okay. So we managed to maintain the same lap time or the same distance. I think I caught up a little bit even. So that's all good. And I didn't lose time in with the other guys. I also have a lap more, so I don't have to stop as early as he does.
Left side, clear left. The gap in front is now
J.
5.1.
Pisnot. What was that LMAO?
The little Mazda behind me tried to give me a little bump.
J. Pisnot. And nice job.
Yeah, we managed to maintain the same distance and the same gap, so I think we're all good.
KDOLM209953. Wanna become famous? Buy followers, primes and views on big follows *com https://clck.ru/r9gqv. Kerbomer 540. Wanna become famous? Buy followers, primes and views on
these
big
guys
follows
with their
*com
stupid buy followers ads.
https://clck.ru/r9gqv.
It's just ridiculous that they still think that that won't get you banned.
J. Pisnot. Bots LMAO.
Exactly. Oh, his tires are starting to understeer a bit. Where we have caught up a little bit.
Slower class car ahead.
I'll hopefully catch them after the hill.
On your right. Right side's clear. Car right. Clear
Thank you.
right. The gap in front is now 4.7 seconds.
I think I'm also
Heads up,
shifting
there's
to
a car
late through that
rejoining.
corner.
Coming up on a slower class car.
But I'm going to be passing on the right hand side, mate.
Left side, clear left.
Sorry, that was on me. Huron.
Yeah, just glad he didn't come right across the track again. So we did lose quite a bit of time now, but that's okay, we didn't get
Well, that
damaged.
was a 21.0. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
I need to catch a full second up, back up to him because I lost that avoiding that little incident just now.
The gap in front is now 6.3. P2. That was a 120.7.
Jay Piss Not. You can do it.
It's just about also preserving the tyres. I think he's really driving a car really hard, trying to get enough of a gap on me to be able to take tyres the second round. I feel my tyres should be able to last the whole hour. I don't think he's will.
Slow car ahead.
So you
This
may
guy's
actually
their
have
class
to
leader.
do a lot slower lap than or a lot longer pit stop second time round than I was planning to do. You're gonna come right on your right hand side, mate.
Left side. Clear left. just done a 120.2. Slower class car ahead. Car left, clear left. The gap in front is now 6.3 seconds. Should be about 12 minutes of fuel left, 1.1 litres per lap. We estimate we're going to need to add 17 litres to get to the end of the race.
I wonder if he's on the field and he's just running lighter than I am the whole time. I don't know, I don't think he has that amount of pace. So, but we'll see how we go.
Coming up on a slower car. Okay, Jack, we're halfway home. We think about 11 minutes of fuel remaining. That lap time was 120.7. The gap ahead is now 7.9 seconds. Car right. Clear right.
Thank you. The fawn massager.
Ten minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 3 is 0.3 off the pace.
I mean, it's low, I am averaging low 120s, so I don't know how he's continually pulling away. Unless he's, as I said, has underfield, carrying less weight, or has some sort of really
Slower car ahead. This guy's their class leader.
some sort of amazing coming on your
Right side's clear.
we have some sort of amazing patch that he's run for his tyres that just give him grip continuously, because I can't see him maintaining those lap times with the same fuel I'm running.
Not. It key is hacking LMAO.
There's been a few reports the last few months of people who've managed to figure out ways to bypass the anti-cheat.
The gap in front has increased. It's now
And
about
if he needs that to win, then it's probably good for him. But I don't see how, with the tyres that are 25 laps old, he's still maintaining 119s. Just don't see it.
Not. Wow, I don't know that.
Just go search the internet for column cross.
Hack.
They do. Just go search the internet for column cross and iRacing cheat. You'll see that.
That lap was a 120.8.
I mean, in the meantime, I'm not helping myself if I'm missing shifts. Can't blame him for me missing shifts. So I definitely need to get my focus back to this and just keep on going. Hopefully, I'm forcing him to do another pit stop or something of that sort. Coming to your right, mate.
Coming up on a slower class car. Car left. Clear left. Track temps increasing. It's now
for a second there, I thought he was going to turn into me. That was a very close one though.
The gap ahead is now 8.8.
Anyway, we have about 24 minutes left, so as I said, we're getting reasonably close to needing to do our second pit.
Five minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. Should be about 4 minutes of fuel remaining. 1.1 litres per lap. It looks like we'll need to add 16 litres to get to the end.
Yeah, it's been a fun race though. Would have liked it to be a little bit closer, but at least it seems to be very respectful so far. The Mazdas have led us through nicely. The VWs and the other little Dodgers led us through quite nicely. So I'm quite enjoying this.
Coming up on some slower cars, including their class leader. On your left, clear left.
I think we're actually coming up to lap another forward.
The gap in front is now 7.8 seconds.
We have a minute between us and the next guy, from what I can see.
Slower class cars ahead, 2 litres remaining. The lead car's pitting.
I'll just be patient and get past them cleanly.
Right side. Clear right, 2 minutes of fuel remaining. Okay, Jack, you're coming up on some slower cars. These guys are busy fighting, they might not notice you. Awesome stuff, mate. Keep it coming. You're in the lead. We're running on fumes, mate. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. On your left. Clear left. Your lap time was at 1:21.0. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Clear left. Clear all round.
Well, that was fun.
One litre remaining. Coming up on a slower class car. Watch your speed. Engage limiter. We'll need to stop again to get to the end.
Yeah, I know. You can see. Definitely quite a bit of
Box in,
stopping we need to
5,
do.
4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. Exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Clear left. Slower class car ahead.
We actually had to do 3 stops because of the fuel tank limit.
J piss not. I thought you missed the pit. J piss not.
No, it was very
Stall.
close though.
Car right. Right side's clear.
Yeah, it was very close though, but no, I didn't miss it. It was just really hard to then see the lollipop man.
We we estimate 21 minutes of fuel left, 1.1 litres per lap. Slow car ahead. This is the leader for their class. Left side, clear left. The gap in front is increased to 10 seconds. P2. Slower class car ahead. Car left. Clear left.
He is definitely very fast.
Okay, Jacques, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Coming up on a slower class car. In front is now 11 seconds. You've just done a 120.8.
Sorry, kind of hard with the swift back.
Still there, clear left.
Bit of a miscommunication there, I think. Oh, we're lapping third.
That was a 121.4.
think with this car I do need to figure out if worthwhile staying in 4th or actually going to 5th in some of these corners. I think I'm losing some time with that, but I don't think it's a second a lap though.
The gap in front is now 12 seconds.
Thanks, mate.
Car right. Right side's clear. Slower class car ahead.
This is like a real nice Sunday drive.
V2. Left side. Clear left. Alright Jack, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Still is sitting on 0x, so it's good.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 13 seconds. That lap was at 121.4.
8 minutes left, so around about 6 laps. Our new tyres are still feeling reasonably good after close to an hour, so I think we a few notes for the future. I think we could probably push a bit harder on them without having to do a tyre stop. But I do want to spend a bit of time looking at his lines to see where he's picking up time, so I can get some tips from him. Coming out to a few more VWs.
Okay, Jacques, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. The gap ahead is now 13 seconds.
You're passing on your right.
Ahead. He's the class leader for these guys. Left side, clear left.
Thank you.
On your right, clear right. Slower cars ahead, including the class leader. Five minutes to go, you're looking good for a podium. Your lap time was 1:20.7. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Try and time it so I catch them at the end of the climb.
Car right. Clear right. Car right.
Thank you.
Clear right.
I want to put a bit of distance between me and them because I tend to take cars out very quickly, those shadows. It's cost me another bit of lap time, but it's okay. I don't think I'm going to catch Frank. We'll just settle for a good clean race.
That lap was a 121.4. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Unless he has to,
0.3 off the pace. You're a tenth off the pace in sector
unless
3.
he has to stop once more, then I may still be able to grab it from him. Because I know he stopped a lap short on the first stint, and he also stopped earlier than me on the second stint, so
The gap in front is now
he may actually have to stop again.
seconds.
And even a short stop will cost you at least 10 seconds.
J Pisnot. Push, push, push.
Yeah, I'll keep the lap times up as far as I can, and just see if he actually pulls into the pits. If he's going to, he's probably going to try and do the last lap.
You've just done a 120.8. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Okay, Jack. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Okay, so he's obviously had a bit of enough fuel. If I look at the fact he hasn't pitted.
Thank you.
Last lap. Bring it on home. That was a 120.8. You're a tenth off the pace in sector 2. Coming up on a slower car. On your right. Right side's clear. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Yellow flag, watch out. Well done, Jack. Great drive. That's a podium.
Well, we managed second place, and we managed to do that with 0 incidents, so we're quite happy with that outcome. Let's have a look at some incidents.
That was tight but fun. I know it was rough at the end, but that was fun.
Oh, he just kept on the power there, didn't he?
J Piss not. Going job, he was fast.
Yeah, he definitely seemed to be having some good pace. But we at least we survived. I've been taken out in races like this by backmarkers very many times, so I'm just happy to get out of it without any incidents. And as you can see, some of these VWs are really good at doing exactly. Oh, that's a nice little power drift. He almost had it, and then his snap oversteer killed him again. They do like to snap oversteer with these cars. Let's see, because the Mazda's always always a heap of fun to watch all the incidents they get up to. Oh no, you don't want to do that. Yeah. Seen that one? Let's have a look. Oh, ouch. We're driving that into the corner, I think. He was definitely overdriving that. Ouch. Oh, he almost collected it, and then he didn't. Oh, ouch. I think that was after the race ended. So he got himself some incident points, I'm guessing. Let's have a look. Frank. Yep, he got some incidents. So let's have a look. So there were quite a few guys who got away without any incidents. Kieran was the winner with the most incidents, but I also expect that being a Division 10 driver. So anyway, it was quite good, quite enjoyable. So let's look at the results. So we managed to gain ourselves 21.21 of safety rating. We lost 2 I rating. is a terrible thing to happen to me, but I'll survive it. I think it's just it was quite a good race. I quite enjoyed it. I wasn't that far off his pace, but as you can see, he did seem to have either a slightly better setup than I did, or he was gaining that half a second somewhere else. He was 3/10 on average faster than I was on the average lap times. So it wasn't that big a disparity, but over the amount of laps, you can see the net result. Ultimately, not unhappy with where we ended, and it was a good fun race. I quite enjoyed it to race with him and the other guys as well. So it wouldn't mean much for us in the points tally, but let's have a look at what that would actually look like. So we have a look at the overall series standings. So I'll just do a recap of where we are with the other series as well. In this car, for Division 3, I don't think it's updated the points yet. I'm sitting in 27th position. Like I said, not too worried with it. As you can see, for the amount of races we've done, we have a really low incident count. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah, I suspect once the new results have loaded, I'm probably going to be around the 300 point mark, but that's okay. If we look at the other series that we do, let's look at the Porsche. So I haven't competed this week or last week, so I'm definitely due to have a race. I'll probably do a skip it for this week and then resume the Porsches next week, but we're sitting in 58th position. But that's, like I said, I'm not too concerned about that. If we look at the IMSA GT3 series, I'm sitting 17th overall on 406 points after 10 starts. This week was okay, but we probably could have done better. If we look at the IMSA Pilot series, I'm sitting in 3rd position in Division 3. So as you can see, Lee did his race for the week as well, so he's pushed ahead. If we look at the Australia-New Zealand region, sitting in 1st place by about 40 points for Division 3, and Australia-New Zealand overall, I'm sitting in 1st place by 40 points. So I do know some of the Division 1 drivers still need to do some races this week, so I expect that I won't be in that position for long, but quite happy with the outcomes as it stands at the moment. And then last but not least, the other fun series I'm doing, if we look at Fanatic Global Challenge with the CDSV, sitting in 19th position on 334 points after 8 starts. So ultimately, not doing too badly. I'm quite happy with where I'm at, especially with the IMSA Pilot series. Didn't do too many of the Sportscar series or the Porsche series this week, so hopefully week 7 will be a better week for us. Just the 2 tracks haven't really suited me the last 2 weeks, so we'll be better at next week. So I hope to see you for those series. We're going to take a little break, and when I come back, we'll probably be rerunning Fanatic Global Series for the 9:30 race, just for a little bit of fun to close out the week. So take a little break, and then I'll see you after that. So hope to see you probably about 9 o'clock. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as I said, the stream will pause for the few minutes, and then at 9 we'll be back online. So hope to see you then.